I'm going to take the opportunity now to introduce our first witness, Mr. David Beam. Before I do, though, I do want to say that at some point we may be called for votes. And what we'll do at that time is we'll interrupt, we'll kind of decide what time frame we're looking at, and then we will come back and pick up again later, okay? So our first witness is Mr. David Beam. He is the Senior Vice President of Corporate Strategies for the North Carolina Electric Membership Corporation in Raleigh, North Carolina. David has over 30 years of experience in the electric utility industry. In his current role, he oversees their energy risk management and regulatory compliance, including cybersecurity. David earned his Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering from the University of Kentucky and his MBA from the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. He is testifying on behalf of the National Rural Electric Cooperatives. Welcome. You have 5 minutes to present your testimony.
Pardon me. Chairman Elmers and Ranking Member Richmond, thank you for inviting me to testify on cybersecurity impacts on small businesses. My name is David Beam, and I'm Senior Vice President of Corporate Strategy for North Carolina Electric Membership Corporation, or NCEMC. NCEMC is a generation and transmission cooperative providing wholesale power and other related services to 25 of the 26 electric cooperatives incorporated in North Carolina. NCEMC is responsible for reliability and cybersecurity compliance for its own critical assets as well as those belonging to its members. These assets include generation and transmission facilities and the associated protection equipment and procedures. All of our distribution cooperatives that own NCEMC are small businesses. I would like to acknowledge the National Rural Electric Cooperative Association. NRECA is our national trade association representing over 900 cooperatives nationwide, providing electricity to 42 million consumers in 47 states. Today I will cover the following: the bulk power system and how it is separate from the distribution system, the origin and purposes of the North American Electric Reliability Corporation, or NERC, how we comply with NERC reliability and cybersecurity standards, and our views on the potential impacts of new legislation. I'd also like to commend the work of Speaker Boehner's Cybersecurity Task Force and the leadership of Representative Mac Thornberry. Generally speaking, NERC standards apply to the bulk power system, which includes generation and transmission assets operated at voltages of 100 kV or higher. Distribution facilities receive power from the bulk power system and transmit it to retail consumers. Because outages at the distribution level generally do not pose a threat to the bulk power system, NERC standards don't typically apply to distribution lines and substations. Contrary to popular belief, hackers cannot easily access the telecommunication systems that overlay parts of the bulk power system. Utilities have comprehensive cybersecurity systems to protect against malicious attacks. Congress created a mandatory and enforceable reliability standards regime for the bulk power system in the Energy Policy Act of 2005. NERC is an industry-funded, self-regulatory organization. Its purpose is to regulate reliability and cybersecurity standards. It also audits compliance and has enforcement authority over those standards. NERC and the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, or FERC, can fine utilities that violate these standards and have done so. Additionally, FERC can direct NERC to develop new or revised reliability standards. Congress created a stakeholder-driven process recognizing that utility owners and operators best know how to provide reliable electric service and how our complex systems are designed and operated. We want to preserve this process. NCEMC follows exacting procedures to ensure NERC compliance. Our goals are awareness and commitment to compliance by all employees, prompt detection, cessation, and reporting of violations, and effective remediation measures should violations occur. NCEMC has devoted significant financial and human resources to assuring reliability and cybersecurity. We employ a full-time compliance coordinator whose sole responsibility is managing compliance with reliability and cybersecurity standards. In addition, NCMC employs a compliance team of subject matter experts who are responsible for compliance with their assigned cybersecurity and reliability standards. NCMC also uses outside contractors to audit and provide recommendations for improving our compliance program. Additionally, at least one employee for each distribution cooperative is responsible for compliance with reliability and cybersecurity standards. We employ strong defensive measures to protect our network and business systems. We have strict security guidelines for securing the network and systems, including policies that govern the access and use of its network and systems. NCMC and NRECA believe NERC processes work very well. The process could be strengthened by narrowly targeted legislation that lets the federal government react quickly to severe imminent cyber threats and increases timely, actionable information flowing to utilities. Any new legislation should cover only assets and systems which are realistic targets of cyber threat and which could truly impact the bulk power system. Casting too wide a net could bring entities like distribution co-ops and other small businesses under potentially very burdensome regulatory requirements with little or no benefit to grid security. Thank you for the opportunity to testify today. I look forward to answering your questions.